Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight I'm going to be giving you guys an update to a story that I previously reported and a bit of a plot twist to the story. And going to be delivering the details in a neekatnight.com shirt. You can find this shirt on my website. Now, a lot of times when I report these stories, I report on what's available, and then after I report the story, then I get more information to go along with the story after I've already reported it based on what was available at the time. So, I believe like a week or two ago, I posted a story about a tragedy that happened, and in the tragedy, it was alleged to have been at the result of domestic violence. A man by the name of King South basically spoke out about his friend by the name of Marsha, who was burnt in a house with herself and her children. And so he had took to his social media and he was basically saying, that it was due to domestic violence. And there was also footage of the house burning and a man who was basically devastated because he could not help out in that situation. I'm going to give you guys a quick flashback and bring you guys up to date on what was previously reported. And then I'm going to give you guys the additional information slash somewhat of a plot twist to the story.
I heard the baby crying. Oh God. I want to run in there, but see that bitch got the flaming even more. I even kicked the front door in. I kicked the front door in, but I can't go in though.
But when I rolled back, when I was coming back, the side of the house was on fire, right? So I stopped. When I stopped, I'm trying to kick the door in. See the flame, like it bust about the door, but I heard a baby in the house crying, man. I tried my best to get to that
Do you
baby.
know if this lady right here on her knees, do you know who she is?
That ain't her, that ain't her house.
Her house?
I know the girl house, she was the skinny girl. She ain't
Oh,
her.
are you okay?
I'm good, though.
And she had some kids in the house, man. Marsha, I love you, man. Man, this joint so messed up. Lord have mercy, that nigga killed my homegirl. Man, domestic violence shit, some suck ass shit, man. That nigga killed my homegirl last night, man. That nigga killed my homegirl. That nigga killed my homegirl, man. And her children. Man, raised the girl, man. She from the 4-way. Man, look at this house, man. They burnt this girl up in her children, man. What the, man, that shit so fucked up, man. To Chris, man. Slick. Kill my homegirl, man. Nigga out here killing a female, beating a female, whipping on her, man. That shit so sucky.
Okay, so as you can see that a guy by the name of King South was saying that this was due to a domestic violence situation. And I mean, whatever the case is sad, tragic, and unfortunate. Now, when I reported the video, one of my night owls basically gave me the rundown on the backstory to this situation. And in no way do I mean any disrespect to her family by sharing this, but I do feel like this is a part of what could have led up to it. Now, you have situations where, somebody will pass away and somebody will bring up their past that has nothing to do with their death. And at that point, I feel like it's disrespectful if it does not have anything to do with their death. In this situation, I feel like this could possibly be one of the contributing factors, and I do think that it is relevant to how things potentially played out in more detail than just, it simply being a domestic violence situation. 2 weeks before the death of Marsha, she basically went on a Facebook rant and she was basically exposing her baby daddy and another guy that she had been with. I'm going to break all that down for you after we hear a message from our sponsor. And y'all night owls know our sponsor is myself. So I want you guys to head on over to neekatnight.com. Check out some of the goodies that I have available. I have adult toys, pajamas, lingerie, male onesies, couples goodies for, you know, your little Netflix and chills and all those types of things like that. I have a lot of cute goodies for you guys to shop with. So definitely check out my website, neekatnight.com. And for the viewers of this video, you can save $10 off a purchase of $100 or more with the code NIGHTOWL. Now, let's get back to the video, and I want to thank the Night Owl who sent all this in to me. Thanks. 2 weeks before the death of Marsha, she basically went on a Facebook rant, and she was basically exposing her baby daddy and another guy that she had been with. She went on Facebook and she admitted to having, you know, I guess an STD, and she was pretty much saying that she didn't know, I guess, kind of like who it came from or whatever, but like her baby daddy was going to have it, and she kind of like aired him out on social media. While she was going live and she was blasting her baby daddy, somebody was screen recording her live. So once they screen recorded her live, they then reposted it on their Facebook page. And so a guy by the name of, he reposted it on his Instagram story, and he then took to his Facebook page that got a lot of shares and comments and says, a girl said she got blank on her live, but she doesn't know how she got it. She also went on about how she and her baby daddy have been messing around, and the boy she'd been effing with mad about it. That led to her telling us about a boy named Quez. She said her and the boy have been effing recently like a MFer, but his result came back negative. But she also added that she been effing him on a regular, so how is that possible? She says she'll give him 3 weeks before his doctor be giving him the same results. As she's wrapping up the live, she says, because at the end of the day, you're still riding around with him. Then put the camera on a young man in the front seat. So is that Quez or is that her baby daddy? A nosy Facebooker wants to know. So this post right here, it had gotten like 50 shares, and it had gotten a lot of comments under it, and people were sharing the screen recording because she ended up taking down the Facebook post, but I guess it was already screen recorded and other people were sharing it around social media.
Now, I believe it's the motherfucker that I was just recently fucking with, Quez. But with that being said, though, in the meantime, in between time, of him being locked up, I'm cheating on him with my baby daddy, though. But your test result come back negative, and I got hurt, though. But you been fucking me. But you continue to want to call me nasty, though. So what you think your test results gonna be looking like 3 weeks from now? So I don't give a what anybody in Montgomery, Alabama.
2 weeks later, after this incident where she's blasting about her test results and saying, you know, in 3 weeks they're gonna get it or whatever, you know, she got. 2 weeks after that is when her untimely demise happened, and that is when this fire was set in motion. A lot of people who know her personally have been pointing the finger at her baby daddy, who she was blasting in that live video, and they're saying that he is the one responsible, allegedly, for her demise. Now, I'm going to share with you guys some of the posts that is being shared about this, and people saying that it was her baby daddy who was the one who was responsible for the death of herself and her children. Okay, so on this post where the guy was given the play-by-play of Marsha's live, he also was, you know, alerting people that, you know, all the video footage was on his Instagram story. And this was posted on February 8th. Well, 2 weeks from that day was the day that she was burnt up with her children in her fire, and people were remembering this post and coming back to it. So people were like, wait a minute, I remember, you know, her being on live with the whoop whoop, and they were asking the person responsible for this post, was she the one that went down in the fire with her children? And the person responsible for this post assured them that it was, in fact, her that was connected to this video. Okay, so then the conversation around this started to steam up when people started to point the finger at her baby daddy and say that it was him. When King South went live, he alluded like he knew who it was and that, you know, it was due to domestic violence. So that had already insinuated somebody she was dealing with. Well, people started to specifically say that they felt like it was her child's father, and they were basically saying that he was going to get what he deserved for this situation. A Facebook user had posted a post after this had happened and was like, okay, so has anybody been held accountable for this situation? Like, what's the update? Has anybody gone to jail for this? What's going on? So under the thread, there was several people who basically was conversing in hearsay Facebook chatter, and they were alluding that it was a baby daddy. They were saying that he got arrested. Then people were saying that he got arrested and let go. He got picked up and they couldn't hold him. And they were saying that, you know, he, I guess, probably was a person of interest, but he did not get like booked officially because at that time it wasn't enough evidence and they're still investigating. All of the accusations are alleged, as I cannot confirm the validity. Now, if it was her baby daddy, though, and again, it's alleged, but if it was her baby daddy and he was mad because of this live video that she did where she was saying that, you know, she had this STD, woo, 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 woo. And I don't think that what she did was right, but still, like, to think that a man can get so mad to where you say, I'm about to off you and my kids too, like that is some stuff. But this is kind of like one of those situations where she didn't deserve to die at all. In no way did she deserve to die. Her children deserve to die. But this is one of those like cautionary things where people do have to be mindful of the things that they put out on social media, because you never know how a person can react to being, you know, blasted. Somebody put, you know, airing out their business, saying that they, you know, got an STD or whatever. Like, you never know how somebody, you know, can react to that. And unfortunately for Marsha, 2 weeks later, her demise happened, which is very sad and unfortunate. Like, it make me reflect on times where I done popped off at the mouth and, you know, cursed people out and said certain stuff that probably shouldn't have been said and things like that. Because even in those times, like, you never know how a person can react. You know, fortunately for others, some people probably don't react to the extreme. But in this case, whoever decided to burn up her and the children in that house, they went to the extreme, and you just never know the scale of the person that you are dealing with, how they're going to react to something. I just feel like it's sad and it's just unfortunate the whole way around, because I don't think for 1 minute that she thought that, you know, her doing that live would end in the life of her life and her children's lives. Like, and I don't know if that's like the end all be all, the reason why, but I do believe that being that her baby daddy was the one she was airing out in that video, and being that, you know, that is the one that they said to be the culprit, I'm just going to assume that that was one of the contributing factors into it. And it's just sad. You never know what people's mental states are in these times. People are losing their minds these days. And, you know, the male ego is definitely fragile oftentimes. And so it's just not worth your life to kind of be like blasting people and airing people out, because you never know how they might react. My condolences go out to Marsha's family, her surviving son, and her friends. And again, I mean, no malice in sharing that information. I just feel like that was, to me, it seems like it was a contributing factor into what may have led up to her being taken from this earth too soon. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I post another video. Also, visit my website. Go to www.neekatnight.com so that you can visit my website, get you some goodies like the one that I'm wearing, some robes, some lingerie, some toy, whatever you get, whatever you like, it might be there. So visit my website And shout out to all the night owls who have shopped with me. If y'all could send me photos, that'd be great. I appreciate photos, so send me photos of you guys in the merch. That would be great. But I'll see you guys on the next video. And that is all. That's that on that.